Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the San Francisco 49ers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
We go to that. 20.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And his first carry, he loses the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
49 the mark.
4 down.
49 the mark. 49 the mark.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Watch the shit. Hey. Check it.
Orange.
What do you want?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. Now he's flushed out right, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 42.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
Just like that.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ready? 49. Let's go. Set up. 49.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Go, 12, let's go.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Now it's gone. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. They find some open field here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Going to give this time to the tailback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Parkey with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Sicko. Check Sicko. Go.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Play action. It's Sanchez. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. He got it stripped, but you can see the panic in his face from up here through the helmet. He was able to dive back on it.
A good bit of fortune for him, because oftentimes on a strip sack, when that ball is wrenched out of your grasp, it can go in any different direction. It can go way away from you. In this case, it didn't matter. He was able to get on it.
Let's go. What happened?
3rd and long. It's Sanchez. And able to haul it in is Kittle. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. It's caught at the 10. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big one there for the Chargers. And even 50 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Sanchez sets up the screen to Gordon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Again, it's Sanchez. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. Badgley able to knock this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 39-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Kill. Maverick. Get him.
It's hot. Value 1.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check three.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Super. Go.
Mike, 57. I'm going to run you up.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 7-yard line.
San Hudson. San Lobo. Free ball. Exit. 56. Mux 56. Yes. Get away. Zoom, fellas. Let's go. Cheetah.
To throw on 2nd down to Sanchez. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger. First. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56.
Out of the gun, Sanchez going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And his pass incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Sanchez throwing again. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping.
And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. Here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Rush in. Ready.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Sanchez. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very solid gain of 27.
I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
53, Mike. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Ready.
After the run, Sanchez going to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Sanchez now to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Here's Sanchez. And able to find Kirk complete. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Ready. 53 at the mic.
They snap it to Sanchez. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Come to my work. Hey, let's go. Go, ground. Check. We're good. Check hot. Check 43.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
He's moving, boys, he's moving. Value three. Mike 57. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Out of the gun. Gone. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down.
Hey, 5. 57's the mic. Rock 57. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Here's Gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this 1st half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Here's Sanchez. And his throw here's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Sanchez. He's going to let this one go deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. From the gun, here's Sanchez. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. D Ford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Throwing right, and that's complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to the air. Sanchez on 2nd down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Let's go, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive, as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Merlin. Go.
Mark 57. Watch the run. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Go.
What's that?
57's the mic.
What's that?
A shotgun snap for gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Flushed out right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Push him back.
Here's Sanchez. Going deep here for Allen. This is caught inside the 15. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Sanchez. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They were trying to go back to Allen there, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Sanchez. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Here's Tyler Newsome now. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Gordon. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Stay with your man.
Scene 6. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Let's go.
On first down, it's Sanchez. He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Let's go.
To throw again, Sanchez. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Sanchez. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Dee Ford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 34-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Double time. We got 3.
And to give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Mike's 49.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
61, matchbox lights.
I got you. 49. 49's the Mike. 49's the Mike. Bring it. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Go. Go.
Here's Goff. Forced nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A.
That's a touchdown right here.
This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Swift. And some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This one caught out wide by Landry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Check. Crunch. 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 Dash. 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 Go. Go. Go now. 49. 49, guys. Mike. 49.
Now gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
1 out.
Third and long. It's gone. And he's got the hook up to Landry. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
No, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up second and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Sanchez. Catch made by Slayton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they got themselves a first down.
First down, Chargers.
Now a first down throw, Sanchez. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw, Sanchez. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Back now here in Santa Clara, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Charger drive about to get going.
61.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw is Sanchez. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
64, weak. 54.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Check nickel.
Now Sanchez. That's complete to Slayton. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Sanchez. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
I got you. Ready, go.
Throwing again. Sanchez. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And to give this time to the tailback. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Exit. We go. 76. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. Watch the curl.
From the gun, here's Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
Play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw on 2nd down is Sanchez. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Chargers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Sanchez. And the Niners get there and bring him down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
26-yard line.
We go time. 120.
I got him.
Hard ball. 49 to Mike. Watch 49. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. 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 Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff gets this one to use check. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. He's scared. 57. Mike, 56.
Out of the gun. Goff. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Double time, double time. Hey, hey, we got 4. We got 4 down, 4 down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement.
Would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 30-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Sanchez. Caught by Allen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Sanchez. Allen's got it, complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Sanchez now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute. And they're an extra point away from tying this game. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Touchdown, Chargers. Michael Batchley lining up for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Hey, Mike 7.
49's the Mike. Watch 49.
Hold on. Check.
49's the Mike. 49's the Mike. Come on.
Gone. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Guys, it's game.
Now gone. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
I'm on.
49.
17.
Now it's gone. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
49ers first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
We go tonight. 20, Ric Flair. Be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
57's the Mike. 57's the
Hey, Foxtrot.
57's the Mike. Watch 57. 6 man.
Hey, let's go.
Check curl.
Go, Brown.
Mike. 50.
Brown.
I'm coming for you, son.
Terminals up.
From the 50, it's gone. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards.
First and goal at the 5.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get...
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, but it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Come on, set. 30 days. Let's go. 54. You got it. Alpha. Mike 54. Watch the pass.
Here's Sanchez now on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it's third down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Sanchez. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. This to win it in overtime. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll set him back 5. On is the Chargers punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored, that's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
Clap, clap.
Hey, lift, 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 lift.
50 seconds left. You're trapped.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Cal, you won.
You got time.
Five.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
180.
49.
Hey, 76. 76.
Check, check.
76.
Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
120. Shell. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Haywood. 49.
On 2nd and 7. Goff. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Hey, go.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Two minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Single. Sets are ready. Here we go. Set. 50. Man. Ricky. Set, go. Mike 5-4. Tackle. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Sanchez. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the gun on 3rd, Sanchez. And Allen's got it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Los Angeles.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. It's a part now. Ready.
This is Gordon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is in for